Hi guys, it's me, Patricia Lynn. So I got a really good story for you to tell. Once upon a time, I had this really weird dream earlier when I was, sleeping on the couch. I was supposed to explain it, earlier, an hour ago, but, my mom got home a little too early. She was, passing out, not passing out, she was, dehydrated earlier, so, yeah. So I want to kind of wait until she's out to go see my grandma and all that. But enough with the chitter chatter. Let's get to the story. So while I was napping on the couch earlier, I had this really weird dream. So I had this really weird dream where I was basically in Niagara Falls in Canada, and I was also looking at those in this one area where they have all these cool fake haunted houses and all that, and they have this Frankenstein that's holding a burger in his hand and all that. So I was at that area, and the one weird thing is there was one haunted, a big haunted house that has never been there before. And I was like, has that been there before, or is that new or something? And I go over to one of the staff members at the other haunted houses, and I asked them and say, is that haunted house new, or has that been there before? And they were saying, no, that has not been there before. That's a really new haunted house. I've never seen that kind of haunted house before. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go right ahead and check it out and see how it goes. And I go over to the haunted house, even though I'm not really kind of into walking through haunted houses in real life, but sometimes I like to walk through them. Sometimes I just don't walk through them that much because sometimes I get a little emotional sometimes when I walk through them, or I get a little depressed or something, or I just don't feel like walking through them sometimes. But, I walk through this haunted house in my dream, and, it's just, standing there, calling out to my name. So, I just, walk through it. I mean, I didn't walk through it completely. As soon as I walked, near it, everything started changing behind me. So, I looked behind me, nobody wasn't there. Everything was, closed. It started pouring down rain, and then it started getting chilly, and it was basically dark out. So I was like, that's really weird, because it wasn't dark out. It was, sunny and beautiful out. That's weird. And then I knock on the haunted house door to see if there's anybody there, and the door started opening, and the butler started, saying, hello, may I help you? And I was like, yeah, do you have a place that I can stay for the night? Because it's really cold and chilly, and it's, raining out. Do you think I can come in? And he was saying, of course, come in, my little princess. And I was like, okay, but first of all, you don't need to call me princess, seriously. And he walks me in there, and he shows me the dining room where I'm supposed to go to, and then, as soon as he enters me inside of the dining room, I know something was gonna, be sus in there. Something was gonna happen to me in there while I'm, eating some food at the dining room, in the dining room. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I go, like, in the dining room, they have, like, a couple vampires. They had a Frankenstein sitting on a chair. They had a witch. They also had a werewolf. And they also had an invisible man just sitting in the chair by himself, but I couldn't barely see him for some reason. And as soon as that happened, they started started making some food, and I started sitting in one of the chairs, but I sat right by the vampires because I'm like a vampire person. I love vampires. Vampires are like my favorite like creatures of all times because I love them. The vampires asked me like they asked me if I want like biscotti and eyeballs, and I was like, nope, I do not want eyeballs on my biscotti. No, thank you. Like, that's nice of you, but literally not into that. So they go like, okay, and then like they had like turkey, they had ham, they had meatloaf, they had other kind of stuff, and I was like, you know, I'll go for a big plate of that. So they passed that to me, and then they had the one weird thing though. This is the one thing that happened. So right when I was done eating the food, I mean, I was still like eating, and then they had like some random drink. It was like some kind of random like tea that might have been like poison, that I wasn't sure if it was poison or if it knocked me out to sleep. But as soon as I drank the tea, I think the witch put something in there to knock me out to sleep. So I got knocked out, and then a few hours later, I was somewhere else in the haunted house. So in this part of the haunted house, I was inside a laboratory where, you know, like evil scientists like go to, and they work on like their stuff and all that. And then I look around, and then all of a sudden I see the doctor from Dr. Tumaway, Hataro's dad from Sailor Moon. He was in it. So when he was in it, I was like, hello, what am I doing here? Who are you? And then as soon as he turns around, that's when I recognized his face. I was like, I know who you are. You're Professor Tumaway. You're Hataro's dad. And he's like, yes. And the reason why I have you strapped in is because I am planning to use you as a weapon. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? You're gonna turn me into a demon or something? And he was saying, yep. And he had the serenade. He sucked up some of the juice that was inside one of those eggs that they had in the TV show. And he sucked that out, and then he was planning to put it in my DNA, and I was like, as soon as he was about to put the serenade into me, I knocked the serenade by shaking my arm, like, on him, and then as soon as I shaked my arm, the serenade fell down to the ground and shattered. And he was like, hey, what'd you do that for? And I was like, you can't turn me into a villain. I'm sorry, but listen, I have Sailor Guardians that are waiting for me. So there's no reason for you to be turning me into a nasty creature. So sorry, I can't turn into a nasty creature. I'd rather be a human instead of being a creature. So, like, after that, he was planning to make another one, and then I was like, I had to make a escape plan. So, I had one of those ninja blades that Naruto carries in the Naruto series. So I had that with me the whole time. And I was like trying to cut the straps that were on me. And as soon as I was cutting the straps, one of the straps get loose. And then I had to grab my katana. And I finally released myself in the on those straps. And finally I was able to be free. But then Dr. Temaway, like, turns around and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Trying to escape from you because you're crazy. You're a psychopath." And he's like, "Oh, you are going to pay for what you've done." And he starts, like, grabbing my arm, and he was planning to use the serenade on me. As soon as he did that, I grabbed his arm, hold it really tight, and then I, like, punched him really hard in the... Well, I mean, I didn't punch him in the hard in the face yet. I, like, crushed his arm, like, very hard, like, as I can. And the serenade falls to the... almost, like, about to fall to the ground. And I grab the serenade as fast as I can with my flexible arm. And I put it inside a Ziploc bag. And then I put the Ziploc bag inside my, pants. And then after that, I mean, not inside my pants, but inside my pocket. I meant to say that. But after that, I knocked out Hataro's dad, and I strapped him to the bed, and I kept him there so he doesn't, like, escape or anything. And then after that, I, like, filled up the stuff that was inside of the serenade in a glass cup, and I kept the serenade in there, and I, like, put it in the Ziploc bag, put it back in my pocket. And then after that, I went to go find an escape. I went to go find like a place to escape at. So as soon as I found a exit area to escape, I found a boat. So I took the boat on the river, and I'm, like, paddling as fast as I can. And as soon as I paddle as fast as I can, I realized I was on a river that leads to the waterfall at the Niagara Falls. And I made a terrible mistake by doing that. As soon as I was doing that, I started, like, I see the waterfall, and it did not end well. I tried to escape off the boat, but I couldn't. And the boat and I both fell in the water, like the deep water in the waterfall, like right by the waterfall. And luckily I was able to survive, and I swam all the way over to a platform that wasn't kind of like right by the waterfall, because the waterfall will kind of make me like feel like I'm gonna pee in my pants and all that. And I go like on top of the rock, and I had to text my favorite sailor guardian, Sailor Pluto, and I told her the whole information. And then she was like, "Oh my gosh, I hope you're okay. Is everything alright?" And I was like, "Yeah, everything's alright. I'm doing fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'll find my way back over to you in a moment, and I'll figure out how to get all the way back over to Japan and all that." And she was like, "Alright." And then, like, after that, I hung up on her. And then finally I had to, like, go over to, I had to go all the way, I had to, like, walk into the jungle by myself in the dark. It was, like, super dark, still super cold. I was shivering to death. And right as soon as I was walking, I see some, like, people that I recognized from a YouTube channel. I saw Shira, Hype Mike, Jester, Graphnix, and Mike as well too. Not Mike from What Shall We Do Next, the other Mike. Mike from Hype Mike channel. That kind of Mike. And as soon as I saw them, I walk up to them, and then I told them, like, everything what happened. They were like, "Oh my gosh, you look really cold. Are you okay? Like, do you need, like, a doctor or anything?" I'm like, "No, I just need to go in. I'm just shivering, and it's cold outside. Like, please, let me in a safe place," or something like that. And they decided to let me in the cabin for the night, and I told them every story what happened. And they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened to you. I hope you're okay. Like, I'm glad you survived from all that. And I was like, yeah, no kidding. And they had to let me sit by the fire pit. Not the fire pit, but by the fire pit in the chimney. And they also had to give me, like, hot chocolate to warm myself up. They also gave me a blanket to, like, warm myself up as well. And I had to go lay on the sofa. Like, I had to, like, take a nice, really good sleep in. And then after that, the next morning, Mike wakes me up, and then he said he was gonna help me, take me over to a hotel that I can go spend the night at. And as soon as that, he drives me all the way over to a hotel that's somewhere different in Canada. So, the hotel he took me at was the Wyndham Hotel. So, I went to the Wyndham Hotel. And so, I start giving him a special thank you for doing all that for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for, like, giving me a ride all the way over here so I can be safe and all that. And as soon as that happens, I enter inside the hotel, and I pay for the hotel room. And the one weird thing was, I kind of realized that the hotel room that I was planning to go in was actually a haunted room. So I was like, oh no, am I seriously kidding myself? Am I going inside a haunted hotel room? That's not good. And as soon as I get upstairs, as soon as I walked all the way upstairs, I put all my, like, I didn't have, like, all my belongings. I just only had my phone, had my, evidence with me. The items for evidence and all that. And I took out my phone, and I call up Setsuno Mayo, and as soon as I called up Setsuno Mayo from Sailor Moon, she was like, Patricia, I'm starting to get worried about you. Are you okay? Where are you? And I'm like, I'm at the Wyndham Hotel in Canada. Do you think it's okay for you to just stay up in Japan, and I'll plan on coming in that area by myself? And she was like, are you sure you want me to go over there and pick you up? And I was like, no, I'll be fine. Like, trust me, I'll be fine. And she was like, alright, but just be careful. I want to make sure that you're safe and all that. I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna be safe, Sailor Pluto. You don't have to, like, be worried about me or anything. Like, I'm a true adult. I can take care of myself. And then after that, I hanged up, she hangs up, and then after that, the other thing was, I started watching some, like, television shows, and then I was watching, like, my favorite paranormal channel, the Travel Channel, with all my favorite paranormal, investigators on there. Like, Ghost Hunter was on, and then they had, like, other Ghost Hunter shows. And then after that, I started watching the channel with Fixer Uppers on there. And then after that channel, I think I watched the Food Channel after that. So I watched that channel, and then after that channel, I go right ahead and head out to go get something to eat. So I go grab, like, I go to, like, 7-Eleven, and I get, like, a sub sandwich, and then I got myself a bag of hot Cheetos, and I also got myself, like, a soda, like a Diet Root Beer, because I love Diet Root Beer. Diet Root Beer is, like, my favorite. Hashtag, let me know in the comment section and what kind of drinks do you guys like. Do you like any type of drinks and food and all that? Let me know in the comment section, because I'm kind of curious. But let's get right to the dream that I'm about to tell you guys about. And so, like, right after that, I head back to the hotel. I start eating my sandwich, And then after when I was done eating my sandwich, I ate my hot Cheetos, and then I drank my Diet Root Beer, and I only had like half left of the Diet Root Beer. I kept it right next to me, and then I was getting like super tired, and I was like, okay, I'm getting super tired. It's been a long day for me. I'm just gonna go right ahead and head to bed. So I head to bed, and then as soon as I head to bed, I start hearing some weird sounds. Like, I heard some scratching sounds that sound like this. And, I started hearing some footsteps like this. And then I saw something in the dark. I was like, hello? Who's there? Who are you? And guess who it was? It was the same exact demon I've seen before in my last few previous dreams before. Like, the same demon I've dealt with in the other dream that I had before. I think, you know which one I'm talking about. The one with the Annabelle doll in it, and that demon that's from Annabelle creation. Yeah, apparently he showed up in my dreams again. So I was like, not you again. Oh my gosh, you're the same demon I've dealt with before. And as soon, because I knew I knew something bad was going to happen. So he starts, as soon as he starts ready to charge at me in my bed, I start like making a run for it. As soon as I run for it, I grab my katana, and as soon as I was ready about to chop him up, he disappears. So I think it's because like I took my revenge on him. And I was like, oh my gosh. Finally, I took my revenge on him for the first time. First time I've ever fought in a demon in that way. So, yeah. But sadly, he's not dead yet. So the demon's not dead. So he's still alive in this dream. So, yep. And right after that, I was like, well, I'm just hallucinating. I just feel tired. I'm just gonna go right ahead and head back to bed. So I go back into my bed, and I just like go to sleep, and that's it. And then as soon as I go to sleep, I start waking up out of the couch, and that was it. And that was the end of that dream. The dream was getting good though. It was getting to the good part. I was like hoping that I was gonna head back to Japan in this dream, but then like it started ending, so I was like, man, I wanted that dream to end in a perfectly good way, but you know, that's the way how it ended. I was like, wow, like, what have I just seen in my dreams again? Like, I can't believe I saw that creepy ass demon in my dream again. Like, that was like the most creepiest dream I've ever gone through today, and yeah. So, I don't know what the heck's on my lip right here. Sorry that you guys see that, but I have no idea what it is. So, yeah, like, that was a really crazy dream I've ever talked about and all that. So, yeah. I'm not sure if this video is a little bit glitchy or anything, because, like, I think it got a little glitchier at the beginning. I'm not sure if the audio might be messed up and all that, so I might need to redo this video. I'm not really sure, so I'm gonna have to test it out. So I'll see you guys later. Let me know in the comment section on what you guys think about this dream, and if you guys have any other if you guys had any dreams like this before, let me know in the comment section. And I'm also sorry that this video is a little too long and all that. Completely long. I try my best to, like, speed it up a bit. It's just that, sometimes I tend to talk a little slower, but I try to speed up the details and all that, and, yeah. So, I'll see you guys later, and definitely ring the notification bell. Also, give this video a couple of likes. And definitely please subscribe, so that way I can get more subscribers, because I need to make it up to 500 this year. And that is my goal for this year. My goal this year is to make it up to 500. And that's my goal. So, see you guys later. Have a lovely day, and definitely be careful what you see in your dreams. So, yeah. Bye-bye.